When election is coming in our country, somehow our lawmakers tend to pass laws that surprise, in fact, surprises us, the masses. And sometimes I feel like these people, I don't know, just because they have been elected into parliament or senate or whatsoever, they feel like they can just do anything, whatever they come up with. They don't even consider the ordinary citizens in the country. I think it was yesterday. It is all over the news that the Senate passed the bills that every transaction above 5 million naira should be EFCC should be notified by all banks across the federation. I don't understand it. I really don't understand. It's like they are just taking everybody for fools. How much is 5 million naira? That every transaction in Nigeria above 5 million naira should be reported to EFCC. For what now? These are kind of bills that is going to cost a lot of inconveniences to people. You understand? Especially people who are doing business. You understand? And if truly they want these kind of things to happen in the country, it should also be applicable to politicians. Because now they move big money around. Now they carry people money, our country money, they run around everywhere. EFCC will not come and probe you people, but ordinary person who is struggling, trying to make his living, doing his legitimate businesses and all that, when he needs to transfer or do any businesses that is above 5 million, EFCC will be disturbing and all those. At the end of the day, these laws should I just want to beg Nigerians that we should sign petition. We should, I don't know, anybody who's in position should raise it, or anybody at all should try to stand against this thing, that it should not pass bill. How much is 5 million? Nigeria is, come on. Nigeria is not a country where you say that any transaction that is above 5 million. If this kind of bill is only imposed on politicians because of money laundering and vote buying and all those things during the election period, because I understand this is the election period where a lot of things are going to be happening and people are going to be bought over and all kind of things. That one, it should be for politicians, not for legitimate business owners and people who are doing businesses in Nigeria or within the Nigeria banks. This law is not good at all. Make we not just encourage her. How can you say that banks in Nigeria should report transaction of above 5 million? It is a slap in the face of legitimate business owners in Nigeria or Nigerian banks operators. You understand? So I think Nigeria should discourage the Senate from signing this ITO law, because I don't understand what APC is trying to actually achieve. This is not something that should be happening in a country like Nigeria, with the kind of money flowing in and out. Despite the recession, despite the condition of living in the country right now, there is still people who are doing legitimate businesses and are doing all manner of transactions every day, that things are going on. How can the Senate just sit down and just come up that anyway? I'm sure that this is just a talk, but if it's not just a talk, it should not be something that we should encourage in the country. All right, that is that. Then the second part is the issue of Mrs. Obiano and Ojukwu. You see, when I keep saying that our country, we have become a mediocre, and at the same time we are taking things into our hand. A lot of people feel like we just want to talk because you want to be heard or you want to be seen by others. No. You see, when people are in government, the way they behave as if the whole world is under their feet, and the way they treat people is the same thing. The same thing happening to Nigerians home and abroad, and Africans and some other time. When they are in position in government or whatsoever, or even in just in business they are doing well, they look down on those people who are below them. And for me, what I'm going to say here is that for that woman to disrespect Mrs. Ojukwu, for me, I think that it's a slap in the face of anyone that believed in the vision of that man before he died and after his death. And we need to respect elders. I keep saying it in our community tomorrow, in our environment, in our country. We need to start respecting people who pay the price for us to be where we are today. We don't celebrate heroes. We don't regard people who have done so much for us as a country, or as a city, or a continent. This is why you see that a wife of a former governor can even think of having a confrontation with the wife of a man who is considered a national leader in a way. So I'm not surprised that just a day after, she and the husband trying to escape the country, knowing fully where the wrong they have done, and they got arrested at the airport, and it's on the news. This is it. And it just shows that our country, we need overhauling in almost everything that we are doing in the country right now. We need to change. Nigeria need to change. A lot of things need to change about our country. So I feel like this is a transition time, and a lot of things are changing, but let's change for the better. Let's change. Again, let's not encourage the Senate to pass the bill of 5 million transaction report to the EFCC, because we know how corrupt the EFCC and the government are, and we should learn to respect heroes, people who have paid the price for us to be where we are now. If other people are doing it and respecting those who have done a lot for the country and the state and the local government level, we should learn to also encourage it. And when we are in government, or when we are in power, or when we are in position that we feel like we are better than other citizens, we should also respect the people we feel like we are better than. Life is rotational, you know what I mean? Life is rotational. It doesn't end where you are. You might be up today, tomorrow someone else is going to go even higher than you. And guess what? It might be someone you even look down on, that you don't even expect to become someone. That person, God will just raise that person from nowhere, and that person will become a higher person than you. Don't look down on people. It's mistakes that we have made in the past that we are still living, trying to correct. And we should, in our attempt to correct them, we should be very genuine in these things that we do. All right, so I basically encourage that respect for elders, especially in Africa community in Cambodia. When our elders are speaking, we don't listen. We disregard everything in a gathering and all that. You understand? Especially when maybe you start seeing some little light of life and you don't have regard for people. And when somebody who have gathered experience of life, who have traveled, who have been anywhere, who is in a leadership position, when the person speaks, or even they ask you, can you keep quiet? It takes too much from us. We don't have respect, and this is what is killing us in our community every day. And just because, and also for those who claim to be older or elders or whatsoever, in a gathering of everyone, don't take anybody for granted. All right, and just because they give you regard and you are older person, doesn't mean that you have the right to be shouting on people in the field or in a bar or somewhere where everybody gather. You say, I'm a senior, you just be shouting on somebody. I think that kind of attitude is old, and these are the things that are bringing pride and fighting and unnecessary arguments amongst us. So I don't subscribe to it. This is why I keep talking about it. You might not like it that I'm talking about it. You might think that I want to be noticed. But if all of us keep staying silent over issues that are affecting us every day, things is going to get worse. The more quiet the good people keep silent in our community, the more evil strive. And this cannot continue. We must all wake up to start doing something that will help our now and our future. My name is Harry. Thank you for listening. Talk I live, no time to tell time.